So as soon as you say this sentence to her, you will be touching a very sensitive point in her. And with just one sentence, you will be able to attract the attention of any girl in the world and make her want to talk to you and interested in listening to you. Come on, let's get inside her mind and spread it to her from within and make her want to continue talking to you. Then she can consider that you opened the door and she is finally ready. Congratulations, Stargirl. You have entered a state. Now we will start to know how to say the magic sentence that will make her attracted to you. The rule is very simple. Anytime you feel that you are standing in the middle and you not know how to continue or move the subject, there is something important that you must do in order to increase the girl's interest in you from 8 to 10. Peace, mercy, and blessings of God be upon you. After you finish this video, you will have a formula through which you can enter what I call the healthy sentence. This stage is honestly one of the most difficult stages, and sometimes it is the reason why men lose their attractiveness before they even say a word. You may think now that what I am going to tell you is just a way to break the ice, but no. What you will learn today is much more than that. You can use what I have for you today at any time and in any place and with any girl you like without being hesitant or afraid of the result. Direct questions are enough. Now it is time for me to explain to you how to use phrases instead of questions and how to construct the magic sentence that opens the door to dialogue with any girl. The rule is very simple. Every time you think of asking a question, try turning it into a sentence. The easiest way to explain the subject is to start with an example. Instead of asking her where you are from, tell her it sounds like you are Egyptian. You look Lebanese or something. You see the difference? It's the same idea, but with a more attention-grabbing formulation and a bit of light language. Now, sir, focus with me really hard because what I'm going to say is important. The first thing I want you to pay attention to is who is the subject of the sentence. That is, the sentence is talking about who or what. Of course, it's talking about the girl. If you have been following me for a long time, you will remember that I always say that the most popular topic anyone would love to talk about in the world is the same. The big mistake that most men fall into is that as soon as they start talking to a girl, they keep bombarding her with questions one after the other. These questions are usually very boring, traditional questions that do not contain any kind of excitement or curiosity. I want to tell you, sir, that the problem is not only that you make her get tired of you, but also that she feels that she is not able to enter into the conversation with feeling or interaction. What usually happens is that a man keeps jumping from one question to the next without giving any natural pause in conversation. What's worse is that he doesn't realize that he's giving the girl control of the conversation. What does it mean? I mean, imagine a man and a woman talking, and the man says, "How is she? What is your name? Hey, Nada, where do you work? Is she a good school? Where does she live?" And continue like this, the same pattern. Let's go back to the other side. If we enter the girl's mind at this moment, we will find her saying to herself, "Ugh, another boring guy, the same sterile dialogue. When will this man leave me alone and go?" You see, all I want to make clear is that when the conversation is like this, the girl is the one who is in control and holds the reins of the conversation. The man is trying in every way to make the conversation interesting or have some kind of attraction, but the truth is the girl is just waiting for the moment to finish talking to him. If you find yourself in a situation like this, be confident that the girl is fed up and does not intend to continue, and this means that you must take a different step. All you have to do at this stage is to make her the one who wants to talk to you, and be waiting to see what you will say next. The key here is to make the conversation interesting and simple, and make her feel that she is actually enjoying talking to you, and does not want to run away. I want to tell you something. What I am saying is much easier than you can imagine. In other words, with just one sentence, you can make any girl in the world interested in talking to you and want to listen to you and give you her full attention. Now, focus with me very well. Sir, because what I am going to tell you now is a golden rule that I want you to memorize and keep in front of your eyes all the time. The rule is, instead of asking questions, use phrases. If you are one of the people who follow my videos about how to be the man that women are attached to, you must have heard that I previously talked about the idea of phrases instead of questions. But now, I am going to take you to this topic in a deeper way because it is very important and it is not just a temporary trick. It is a method and a way that you will need all the time in your emotional life in order to be able to build a real connection and real attraction with any girl. Okay, let me explain more. What I mean by phrases. Imagine that in front of you is the girl that you admire, and you want to start a conversation with her at this moment. What are you supposed to do to make her really want to talk to you? What you have to do is very simple. Be the party who takes the reins of the conversation. This means that you must be the one who has control over the words, not her. The man is supposed to be the one who leads the conversation, and believe me, this is not difficult at all. All I need from you is just one sentence, and this sentence is enough to make her really want to talk to you and want to know who you are and how you think. Don't worry, I will explain everything to you in detail, and we will start to get inside her mind and spread her thinking. We will make her the one who is waiting to hear from you. And this will make you feel all the time that you are the one who has the power in the conversation. You will notice that the dialogue has become more attractive, and then you will enjoy talking to her. When you finish this video, all I ask of you is that you try what I'm going to say to you, and you will see with your own eyes how big the difference is and how fast its effect is. The sentence that I'm talking to you about is basically a statement, as I told you before, and that is why I told you to use phrases instead of asking questions. But before I explain to you how you can construct this sentence easily, let me first clarify to you what I mean when I say phrases. Instead of asking simple questions, what you are required to do is to avoid entering into an interview situation with her. That is, do not sit as if you are an investigator, asking one question after another and she answers and that's it. You can do this by rephrasing your words instead of asking a direct question. Make it in the form of a sentence that has something attractive in it. This sentence will not only prevent you from appearing as if you are investigating her, but it will also make the conversation lighter and easier and give her a sense of comfort. Consequently, she herself will want to talk and participate instead of feeling that you are cornering her with successive questions or trying to interrogate her. Think about it with me. How does a conversation usually go when you meet someone new, whether a girl or even any other person? Usually, you or the other party starts asking some questions, and the whole conversation becomes like an interrogation, question and answer. Now let's think about another type of conversation. When you are sitting with your friends or talking to someone from the family, the conversation becomes, how? You will find it all going on, full of funny phrases. Jokes, situations, stories, things that are all natural and without pressure. And this is what makes the atmosphere comfortable. You feel that you are relaxed and happy and do not need to think every now and then about what to say or how to answer. When the conversation is phrases instead of questions, you create the same feeling with any person, even if you are just meeting him for the first time. And this is exactly the secret of the power of using phrases instead of questions, that it gives the other party a feeling of comfort and opens the door to dialogue in a natural and smooth way. We, as humans, naturally like to talk about ourselves, And this is much clearer with women. Women, by nature, are very interested in themselves, obsessed with everything that concerns them. Their appearance, their feelings, people's opinion of them, and every detail of their personality. That is why the first time you tell her a sentence that contains an expression about her, you are touching a very sensitive chord with her. In other words, if her interest in the conversation was 0, this sentence will suddenly raise it. For him, because you are simply talking about her favorite topic, which is herself. Be careful when you ask her, for example, "Where are you from?" This is just a request for information. But when you tell her, "It doesn't look like you're from here. You look like you're from Lebanon," you are not just saying a sentence. You opened a topic revolving around her, her appearance, your impression of her. This automatically makes her interested and engaged. It matters a lot to her. Let me give you an example that will make it clear to you. Imagine that you are sitting in a place and suddenly someone comes and starts talking to you about a topic that you love, such as football, photography, or anything else that you are interested in. Automatically, you will find yourself excited and wanting to participate in the conversation and continue the conversation with him without feeling bored. The exact same idea happens to a girl. As soon as you open a topic that concerns her or touches on something that she loves or is interested in, you will find her engaged in the conversation and starting to care more and more about the conversation. Now let's go back to our example to clarify another point. When you tell her this sentence, "It doesn't look like you're from here. Even though you're Egyptian, you look like you are Lebanese." There are 2 possibilities. The first possibility is that she actually turns out to be Lebanese, and then her reaction will be very automatic because she will feel that you noticed something special about her and that you are interested. Here, the response will go directly to her, and she will start to feel that there is a connection and that you are a person who has observations and social intelligence about the reason for your assumption. This will be the gateway that makes her start asking you why you thought I was Lebanese. Then you can simply respond with a smile and calmly. "I don't know. I felt that from the way you spoke or from a glimpse of you. But I might be wrong." These words will not only break the barrier between you, but also make the conversation continue in a natural way, without her feeling threatened or upset. She will start talking more about herself, about her origins, about herself. And here you have entered the circle of interest through the widest doors. The idea is not that you always be right. The idea is that you start a conversation in a smart way that makes her want to talk to you, even if the assumption is wrong. Curiosity will work, and you will find that the girl herself is ready to give you a chance to continue the conversation. This is what we call an indirect emotional psychological entrance that makes her subconscious mind associate you with a nice feeling and enjoyable curiosity. Always remember that intelligence in communication is that you open the door of interest without knocking on the door violently. Be simple, smile, and have a kind intention. You will see how even the simplest words can build a relationship. If you want to know the ways to make a girl attracted to you and feel comfortable with you from the first word, watch the video until the end because there are other surprises that will calm you down a lot. Before we continue, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to receive new episodes first. Write to me if you have tried this method before or would like to try it with someone. Be sure of any simple situation you notice about her, such as the way she chooses her clothes, her style of speaking, the type of accessories she wears. All of these are things you can build a cool reading on that makes her feel that you are one of her details and you understand her personality. For example, if you found her wearing a ring on a certain finger, you could say that the shape of the ring on that finger says that you are a sensitive person, but you like to control your feelings. Or if she was speaking in a low voice, you could say that I felt that your calm voice is not because you are shy, but because you like to maintain your calm in every situation. This makes her feel that she is in front of an extraordinary person, a different person who understands without you asking him. And this automatically increases the attraction because you have actually reached a deep point in her mind. The key in all of this is that you do not act smart or try to be philosophic. Be natural, agree, and always be ready to change your reading if you find that her reaction is not on the same wavelength. Then you can say with a smile, "It is clear that I guessed wrong, but this means that I have not discovered everything in you yet." This will make her continue the conversation while she is interested. Knowing how you see her now, let me tell you the third part of the magic sentence, the reason. What makes us say that the secret is not in the quantity of words, but in the quality of speech and the way we speak. That is, instead of saying, "Where are you from?" as if you are investigating why, don't you say a sentence like, "I don't know why, but I have a feeling that you are from a coastal city. You seem to be the type who loves sunsets and calm weather." This sentence has an observation, imagination, and a personal touch, and this is what makes the girl respond, not just with a word, but she can say, "How did you really know? I'm from Alexandria and I really love the sea." In this way, the conversation becomes interactive, participatory, and more human. I think the goal is not for you to follow the questions like a robot, but for you to make the girl feel that she is in front of a special and interested person, and to put her at ease, a person who is not trying to find out information about her, but rather tries to understand her and enjoys the conversation with her. The most important point here is that women, by nature, gravitate toward those who understand them and read their personality, not those who search into their life with direct questions. When the conversation is based on your observations and feelings, this makes her feel that you are a different person, someone who has charisma, understanding, and familiarity. Always speak in clear sentences and make the comments you say appear as if they are your opinion on the things around you. Always try to avoid direct questions, and instead of asking about turning the question into a sentence, when you do this, you will notice that the girl is the one who starts to get excited to talk to you and think and say to herself, "Why did he say that?" Now, teacher, the conversation will not be an attempt by you to impress her or keep asking her questions. No, she is the one who will start asking you questions and searching for the meaning behind your words. Congratulations, champion. Now the conversation has become really attractive. In short, the magic sentence is created when you turn a normal question into a phrase, and this phrase must be about her and also contain an assumption about her personally. But be careful. You must make sure that the assumption you tell her is accurate and acceptable. It is not appropriate to just say anything randomly. I want to tell you that if you do everything I told you, the girl will be interested in you. Very much so. But be careful about a basic element that must be present in the dialogue in order for the conversation between you to be really effective and successful. It is a very important thing that you must do in order to raise the girl's interest from 8 to 10 all the time. I talked about this element before, but now I will explain it to you in more detail. We will focus on it together, and I will show you how to maintain the smoothness of the conversation between you and make her remain interested and waiting for every word you will say throughout the conversation. This victory is feelings or emotions. Most men think that in order to make women feel comfortable, they must talk a lot and open different topics and keep looking for anything in common between them and the girl. But I want to tell you something important. Emotional connection is not built on a lot of talk. It is built on feelings, on the emotions behind the words. So, instead of staying on the surface and asking traditional questions like, where did you graduate from? Or did you excel in this or that before? I want you to delve deeper. Explore what she is feeling. Get inside her emotions. Instead of asking her when she graduated from college, tell her how she felt on her first day out, how she felt at the time. Instead of asking her how many sisters you have, tell her how your relationship with your sisters was. Do you feel that your relationship with them affected your personality? For example, if she's a doctor or a surgeon, don't tell her that you work very long hours. This is superficial and won't get what you want. Instead, I want you to get inside her emotions. Focus on her feelings and not her work schedule. And like I told you before, and I've said it 100 times, women are much more emotional creatures than men, so you have to use this point to your advantage. This will be done by trying to discover her feelings, asking her about her feelings, not about the details of her life. In the same example of the doctor, instead of focusing on time and effort, tell her what motivates you. You continue and sacrifice all this time for people, or how do you feel when you can save someone's life? How do you feel after a difficult day that passed? For example, ask the girl about the greatest achievement she has made in her life, or the biggest mistake she thinks she has made and is affected by it so far. Also, ask her, what would you do if you discovered that you only have 1 week to live? What is the first thing you would think of doing, and what do you want to leave behind? These questions not only open the door to such talk, but also make her delve into herself and feel that you are not an ordinary person and that you are really interested. In order to create a real and strong relationship with any girl and make her feel comfortable and safe while talking to you, share something personal about yourself with her. Tell her something from your heart, something real. Don't let all the questions be about us. Take the initiative and show her the real side of your personality. Tell her about your ambitions, dreams, and the things you want to achieve. When you do this, you will feel that you are a leader and that you are a person with a vision and a life. And then she will start walking behind you and open her heart to you without you asking her to follow you. And you will feel that you are different from anyone you have spoken to before. I always talk to her about feelings, not just facts. Women, by nature, love feeling. They love words that have deep feelings and warmth. And that's why topics like childhood memories, songs you love, or places you've traveled are all fun stories and full of attractive energy. When you combine these emotional words and add the magic phrase and put the feelings inside the dialogue, then congratulations, my friend. The girl will really enjoy talking to you and will feel that you are a special person who is not easy to forget. If you have reached this point and enjoyed the words that you heard, please click like on the video and subscribe to the channel so that you receive all the new videos first. Bye, my loves.